What's good, gente? Thank you guys once again, like always, for tuning in. As you guys can see on the thumbnail and on the title one, right? Well, I don't even know what to name this dude, right? Because he's been named Active War Stories, A Wild Situation, and also, I guess now he's going by Mud something, right? I'm not even quite sure, but I'll put a thumbnail that will have it, right? But the main reason why I'm making this video, it's not because of him changing his name. I'm just gonna point out some things, I am gonna do that. But the reason why I'm making the video is because I will send a clip, and technically, right, it's just to calm him down because he's over here trying to be all super active on YouTube, and he's always dissing the South. With at the end of the day, man, I know I've been called the Sureño security and all kinds of shit, right? But it doesn't affect me, right? But there is subscribers that do trip, and they pretty much came out on old boy's radar. So they ended up sending me a clip where old boy's pretty much saying that he's technically, I guess, a DO, or he's kicking it with DOs. So pretty much, man, quit it, man. Stop playing and stop that little funk. So I will be putting that little clip for you guys to see. And I'm also going to be talking about another little thing, another situation, right? How old boy likes to talk, another situation I ended up seeing. I do see, especially my boys' videos, right? And he ended up saying some things that kind of checked out. I was like, what the fuck? Like, they were kind of weird, but they checked out, especially, right? Because in the past, I have made a video, right? It's when, I don't know if you guys remember, when this dude ended up actually posting a picture of a guy. Yeah, you guys heard me right. Of a man, right? Well, it wasn't like a manly looking dude, right? But he did post a picture of a man, and he was calling him daddy. If I'm not mistaken, I will put a picture towards the end. You guys just got yeah, I'll make sure I put a picture towards the end. The span side, I haven't got that image yet, but I will add it so you guys can see. And it was just a weird situation. I did make that video, and kind of after that, it kind of seemed that the whole active war story wasn't really kicking for him, right? So he ended up actually switching to a wild situation, especially because there was actually a few content creators that were making videos about him. I wasn't really too like familiar with those other channels, especially because I don't really care about active war stories or uh wild situation mud. I just don't care, right? But since I was asked to make a video about this and why he's changing his name and shit like that, I kind of had to tap into some of the videos where they do have them exposed. Yeah, they have actually some videos of active war story exposed. So I ended up tapping into those, and I ended up seeing, of course, the clip that the homie ended up sending me that I will put up for you guys to see. Also, I ended up seeing some other stuff, right, where they pretty much point them as a different community. I was like, whoa, trip out, right? I was like, that's a really wild situation. Sorry about that, guys. I had to pause for a little bit, but I will be playing this little clip where he pretty much talks about either kicking it with DOs, or he didn't know when he was a DO. I'm not quite sure. You guys are gonna have to like really close in. But if you do type in AWS or whatever he wants to go by, right? Most of the time I just put the original name, so Active War Stories, and just put exposed, right? And you'll see the videos that I was talking about. But let me play this clip for you guys.
And at a very young age, 18 years old, PC. But I didn't know, you feel me, what affiliation they had in the past or whatever, you feel me? So these dudes is as my age too. They're youngsters, Southsiders, right? From 18th Street. Big ass 18s on their head, blasted everywhere, right? And they have that same mentality, bro. They're like, motherfucker, we ain't no Sereños, we ain't no Southsiders, fuck the suit. Only, like, we're pushing track, it's me and the homie.
Okay, so you guys see what I'm saying? Like, after hearing that clip, like I'm not really quite sure, right? And I didn't edit nothing, right? This is exactly how it is on the YouTube. I just pre-recorded it. What do you guys think? It was from one of his lives, but he was technically saying a story about someone PC, technically him, right? Him being PC, I guess, at a young age, and that he technically came across some 18 streeters. And yeah, every time he talks about the South, bro, he does try to have like some type of like tension, the reason why, I don't know. I don't know. But there is another video, and it kind of points out a couple little things, man, that just a little bit weird about that dude, right? Straight up. It's just weird. And especially after him posting that picture that I was talking about earlier on the video, right? It kind of checks out, right? That's something's wrong with this dude and his affiliation with all these other dudes like Borcho and shit like that. It just even gets worse there, homie. It's just a real bad situation. So if you guys are kind of wondering on what other video I'm talking about, man, happens to be my boy, man, Upstate Point of View, right? He ended up dropping a video where he ended up saying how he felt about old boy, kind of like just talking about certain situations, right? And every time he talks about the South, man, of course, man, this fool disses. That's just how he is, right? But at the end of the day, man, I'm glad that the homie pointed out some things. But at the end of the day, they were just weird. They were weird. So my thoughts on that, because I won't be making a video, because I honestly don't know what's going on, right? But the homie did say something about 3 a.m. Text messages. Homie, stop it, carnal. Stop that shit. We players, but we don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Or should I say, you feel me? Damn, I know, gente. I apologize, right? But hey, at the same time, this dude does try to diss a lot of people, and the way he does make his videos, right? They're just it's at first I thought it was a little kid, right? But man, let me post this picture. Let me just post this picture so you guys see what I'm kind of talking about. So I thought it was a little kid. I honestly don't know what this dude is, you know what I'm saying? I honestly don't care. Don't really tap into his videos. But when people send me clips to fucking, I gotta do a video on it, man. So let me post this picture so that you guys know what I was talking about and that you guys don't think I'm full of shit. Here, let me post it. So that happens to be the wild situation that I was talking about, right? But at this time, he was still going by active war stories. I don't know if he had posted this picture to prove to an old boy that, hey, it's all feeder man, right? Or if that happens to be him. This happens to be active war stories. Like I said on my other video, man, it's just sad, right? You feel me? Right? And it kind of checks out on why they had punked him for a chain. The Sureños did punk him for a chain. So that's probably another reason why he kind of don't like the South, right? Another reason, right? Could be, especially after seeing this picture, it could be that someone broke his heart, bro. When someone that was happened to be a Sureño broke his heart, or maybe, right? He didn't have the opportunity. Old boy's like, fool, just like, fool, we don't play that shit, G. And he was like, man, and they probably put him out there. And that's probably why he talks real bad about the South. But at the end of the day, you guys heard the little clip. This dude is not active, so cut it out. You feel me? And stop texting people at 3 a.m. That's if it ain't a fucking emergency, bro, don't text anybody. I'm glad this fool doesn't have my number. I think doesn't hit me up on no IG or any of that bullshit, right? As a matter of fact, man, it's really a small few people that I actually communicate on IG, right? And I'm actually glad it's a real small group, because it would just be some weird situation or really awkward, right? To get messages like the ones that the homie probably got. You know what I'm saying? 3 a.m., bro. Cut it out. Cut it out. Serio, G. So yeah, gente, you drop a comment. Let me know if I was out of pocket. What do you guys think on the whole situation, right? I want to know your guys' honest opinion on this. Make sure to drop a comment. Let me know. Another thing is, for the people that are wondering where I was gonna place the wild situation or active war stories or mud media or whatever, we're gonna place that dude in Mill Creek with the Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? With Runner and all those dudes. So with that being said, gente, I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. If you did, man, make sure to hit a like for your boy. Make sure to subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell in case we go live and all that good stuff, right? But don't forget, man, to drop comments to let me know what you think, because I honestly do want to know what you guys' honest opinion is on this situation. And some good news, right, before I actually end this video, is that we actually already decided on who the winner is when it comes to being the third person. So when we do a removal, there will be 3 content creators, man, that would actually co-sign a removal, right? So if it was already official, more than likely Active War Stories probably would have got whacked for a weird situation. So with that being said, gente, you guys already been knowing, man, this is your boy Conejo. I'm out. I'll see you guys on the next one.